Hello, hello, and welcome to the latest episode of Black Girls Heal. So, I am sharing this mini announcement to announce that I will be taking a summer break from the podcast, which, on one hand, I have a little bit of, the right word isn't sadness because it's the right decision and I'm content with it. But it's sadness. There is some sadness because I love doing the podcast. The podcast has been the first way that I have shown up in support to educate the community. And I have never taken a break from the podcast that wasn't induced by by crisis and emergency on the other side or health issues or anything like that. And so me proactively taking a summer break and taking the advice that I give all of you is amazing and is huge. And so in this season of my life, I've talked a couple episodes ago about transition. And in this season of my life, I've been really blessed to be able to have more time to just really just take care of myself and love on myself. And everything is still the same, but it just feels like time is expanding that has been giving me the space to do that. And I think because of that, I got an intuitive thought that was like, let's take a summer break from the podcast, which is also huge because I think out of all the things that I've done, I've always said the podcast is something I would always do, rain or shine. And I think it's good. I think it's good self-care to be able to not have, how do I want to say this, for you to be able to take space from anything as long as it's a part of rejuvenating and taking care of you. And what I want to say that I was having a hard time filtering is just to make sure that nothing has that much power over you. And not that the podcast has ever been anything that's felt obligatory or overwhelming. If anything, this podcast brings me so much joy, and teaching and supporting and sharing here is just easy and natural for me, still needing to take that space for myself. So I am going to allow myself to do that over this summer. I don't know how long this summer is going to be. When I say summer break, it could be a few weeks or it could be through August, which is when I'm gearing up anyways for restarting our next cohort for our coaching program and other things. So yeah, I'm just going to let myself be present. And in the meantime, y'all, we have over 100 episodes for you to listen and re-listen to, which I know many of you do anyways. And that's awesome to hear that many of you have found the podcast helpful in the way that they're just helpful reminders, which is absolutely my intention in how I talk and share here, that it could be something that you feel is relatable versus, talking at you versus with you. So that's great. So I encourage you to just, especially if you're a new listener and you are just getting into our podcast, for you to just go down the archives, look at the titles and see what stands out to you and just start clicking and just start listening. And if something is for you, that's awesome. If it's not for you, maybe it might be for somebody else that comes to mind for you. Feel free to share that. In the meantime, if you're like, I really want to be connected, even though I'm taking a break from recording and editing and all the stuff here with the podcast, I still will allow myself, because again, I do get so much joy from connecting to y'all and teaching y'all. Is something that really does rejuvenate me. I will still allow myself to go live on our social media accounts on Instagram and Facebook. And if you're not already following us, our Instagram account is at Black Girls Heal I already said on Instagram, and then you can just search for Black Girls Heal on Facebook. But also, I've been wanting to incorporate going live on YouTube as well. So I found a way to go live on all of them at the same time, which will not add any stress or pressure to me, but I'll be able to live chat and teach with all of you. So in case you're not a social media person and you don't plan on being a social media person, which I know is the case for many of us, we all got YouTube. We can all be on YouTube without worry about privacy or anything like that. So if you're not already following me on YouTube, you can go and do that and just again search for Black Girls Heal and find that little one that has a little pink icon at the top and go ahead and follow. And if you want to make sure you don't miss me going live, you can turn on the notifications. So as always, our resources on our website are free ones as far as our free roadmap, our masterclass, which I expect that with my break, I will be re-recording it because I know many of y'all have been like, where's the masterclass? Because I took down the previous teaching of it because just my methods have changed. And so it didn't match what I am doing now. So you can go ahead and add yourself to the wait list for that. But in the meantime, get the free roadmap that talks about the 5 steps to heal from love addiction, love avoidance, and love deprivation. You can get that at blackgirlsheal.org/roadmap. And that's it. So go ahead and take what you need and leave the rest. And if any of you are like me, when I hear that content creators are going on break, and my thought is like, it ain't that crucial, sis. Like, I will see you when I see you after the break. I will see you ladies and I will reconnect with you whenever I return. But for everybody else who wants to stay connected, enjoy those resources, and I look forward to talking and connecting with you elsewhere. So that's it for now. I hope that y'all have that you are also starting off your summer well, that you are planning your trips. And one of the things I look forward to doing is planning trips elsewhere now that the world is opening up, and looking at being on somebody's beach in the near future or later on in the future, because now I gotta coordinate little ones too, but I'm very excited. So I'm sending all of you love, and I will talk to you again here soon with some new and fresh episodes. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Love y'all.